Reacher Season 3 storyline teased by author Lee Child. The next season of Reacher will put its titular hero in a more familiar setting, on his own. Speaking to The Messenger, executive producer and Jack Reacher creator Lee Child confirmed that Reacher Season 3 has already settled upon the novel it wants to adapt for the ex-military vigilante's next adventure. "We've picked it up, it's chosen," he said, teasing the adaptation in question as a good choice, I gotta say. "I think we've been very creative about how we've sequenced the type of story." Compared to Reacher's occasionally reluctant allies in Season 1 and his ex-Special Investigations Unit teammates in Season 2, Season 3 will bring Alan Ritchson's character back to basics as he travels and fights a new threat solo. "We felt we needed a book that was more Reacher alone for the third season," Child explained regarding this creative decision, believing that it was a question of which story would work best for that and which one would have a great opening scene, and all of that, and we found one that we loved. That book has yet to be named, though Ritchson recently confirmed via Instagram that Season 3 has already begun production. Reacher has been a massive hit. Reacher marks the third major attempt at adapting Child's character following the Tom Cruise movies Jack Reacher and Jack Reacher Never Go Back, which premiered in 2012 and 2016 respectively. Though both were financially successful, book fans largely criticized Cruise's casting as Jack Reacher, particularly his height, with Reacher standing 6 feet 5 inches in the books, while Prime Video's Reacher promoted itself as a more faithful take on Reacher himself. Much of the show's praise has gone to Ritchson's performance, though the actor recently professed his respect for Cruise as a movie star, calling him the most legendary actor of all time, and adding, "I would never tire of being compared to somebody of his stature." In addition to receiving positive reviews, Reacher continues to be a ratings juggernaut for Prime Video, achieving 1.69 billion minutes of watch time in December following its Season 2 premiere. Outside of Reacher, Ritchson recently played Agent Ames in Fast X, joined by other Fast and Furious newcomers like Jason Momoa and Brie Larson, while his upcoming movies include Ordinary Angels and The Ministry of Ungentlemanly Warfare. Prime Video's most anticipated 2024 releases, meanwhile, include The Boys Season 4, the back half of Invincible Season 2, the Mr. and Mrs. Smith remake, and the live-action Fallout adaptation. Since its debut, Reacher on Amazon Prime has captivated audiences with its gritty, action-packed storytelling and its faithful adaptation of Lee Child's beloved Jack Reacher novels. With the first season based on Killing Floor and the second season drawing from Bad Luck and Trouble, fans eagerly anticipate what's next for the towering ex-military police officer who roams the country, solving problems with both brains and brawn. Recently, Lee Child, the creator of the Jack Reacher character, has teased what fans can expect from Season 3, and it sounds like the stakes will be higher than ever. A return to the root of the character, one of the key themes that fans love about Reacher is his nomadic lifestyle. After all, Jack Reacher is the quintessential lone wolf drifting from town to town with no phone, no ID, and only the clothes on his back. For Reacher, every day is a blank slate, and he is always ready to step into danger when it arises. This unpredictability has been a central part of his character, but in Season 3, Child hinted that this side of Reacher might be explored even more deeply. According to Child, Season 3 will place a renewed emphasis on Reacher's independent nature. The storyline will explore not just his physical prowess, but also his psychological resilience and isolation. In many ways, this season is expected to delve into what makes Reacher tick, his motivations, his personal code of justice, and why he has chosen to live such a solitary existence. Which book will be adapted? One of the biggest questions surrounding Reacher Season 3 is which novel from Child's extensive catalog will form the basis of the story. Each book in the series is a self-contained narrative, meaning the showrunners can draw from any part of the Reacher timeline. While there has been speculation among fans about which book could be next, Child's recent teasers have offered a strong clue. The third season will likely draw from Tripwire, the third book in the Jack Reacher series. Tripwire is a fan favorite because it brings out a different side of Reacher. In this book, Reacher is pulled back into his past life when he's asked to help investigate the mysterious disappearance of a private investigator. What starts as a small case quickly balloons into a much larger conspiracy involving a multi-million-dollar scam, organized crime, and personal vengeance. This book also explores Reacher's connection to his former commanding officer, General Leon Garber, adding a deeply personal layer to the otherwise straightforward action plot. If Season 3 does follow Tripwire, fans can expect a story that blends Reacher's tough guy persona with a more introspective look at his past. A new nemesis. The shifting villainy in Reacher's world. Reacher stories have always featured memorable villains, seasoned, dangerous adversaries who match wits and fists with him. Whether it's corrupt law enforcement, shady government agents, or ruthless criminals, Reacher's enemies are often as formidable as the man himself. In Tripwire, that trend continues, with one of the most dangerous antagonists in the Reacher universe, Victor Hobie. Hobie, who goes by the nickname Hook, is a shadowy figure with a prosthetic hook in place of one of his hands. His reputation for ruthless efficiency makes him a force to be reckoned with, and he operates in the murky underworld of organized crime. But Hobie is not just a physical threat, he is highly intelligent, using his skills to manipulate and control the people around him. According to Child, Hobie's introduction in the 3rd season will elevate the danger that Reacher faces, testing not just his physical limits, but his ability to outthink a master strategist. This kind of villain is perfect for the psychological depth that Child hinted at for Season 3. Hobie's character will challenge Reacher in ways that the previous season's antagonists did not, making the conflict feel more personal and intense. A strong emotional core in addition to the high-octane action sequences that fans have come to expect from the Reacher series, Child has suggested that Season 3 will explore Reacher's emotional side more deeply than before. While the ex-military cop is known for his stoic demeanor and his ability to keep his emotions in check, Tripwire presents a unique opportunity to peel back those layers and show the man beneath the tough exterior. In Tripwire, Reacher's relationship with General Garber plays a significant role, as does his budding romantic connection with Jody Garber, the general's daughter. Jody is a lawyer, and her sharp intellect and strong moral compass mirror many of the qualities that Reacher admires in others. Their relationship gives Reacher a glimpse of what life could be like if he were to settle down, providing an emotional anchor to the story that contrasts with the violence and danger he faces elsewhere. This emotional complexity, combined with the thrilling action and suspense, will likely give Season 3 a dynamic range that fans will appreciate. Reacher is a man of contradictions, physically indomitable, but emotionally vulnerable in certain moments. Exploring those vulnerabilities can add a rich layer to the character, making him more relatable to viewers and giving his story a deeper resonance. Expanding the world of Reacher, one thing that Lee Child emphasized in his teasers for Season 3 is that the scope of the story will be bigger than before. The first season of Reacher was set in the small town of Margrave, Georgia, and the second season followed Reacher as he reunited with his old military comrades. Season 3, however, will reportedly take Reacher to multiple locations as the mystery unravels on a larger scale. This more expansive setting will reflect the book's sprawling narrative, which takes Reacher from New York City to Florida and beyond as he uncovers the full extent of Hobie's schemes. The multi-location storyline allows for more varied action sequences, more diverse environments, and the chance to meet new and interesting side characters. As Reacher travels, the show will continue to explore the different kinds of corruption, injustice,